Am I normally on this side of the... I'm usually on that side, aren't I?
I'm on that side.
Welcome to episode 8 of the Nitrocast podcast. I'm your host, James, and this is...
Brady.
Hello. Welcome to the Nitrocast podcast, episode 8. I just said that.
It's great to be here.
Great to meet you. Thank you for having me on the podcast.
Thank you for so much for having my game.
How have you been this past month, Brady?
I've been good this past month. How have you been during this month?
I feel like I got a lot done this month. Four videos out, and I did some live streams too. I did that Yumeniki live stream that did really well. Got 10,000 views on that. A lot of people are watching that.
Yeah.
I've never had that many people watching.
Wait, how many?
10,000 after it was archived.
Okay.
But at once, I think about 2,500 people visited that stream. But I was having 600 people watching at once. I think that's a lot better than I usually do for live streams. So that was really cool. That new Yumeniki came out. But what was the first video I put out this month? Mario Galaxy 2, I think. Someone keeps freaking texting me. Is it Jackson or what? It's Jackson. Stop. Jackson, go away. Shut up. Get out of here. Mute. That landed right on my PS4 controller. I hope that's okay. It is.
I checked the screen on the...
Oh, I don't care. It's probably fine. It's laying on the carpet, right? And it's like... I don't know. I mean, I always have really good luck with, like, screens. That's actually the first iPhone I got that didn't have a cracked screen, because I always get them hand-me-downs, because I only use them as iPods. I don't actually have a functioning phone. Yeah. My first iPod was an iPod Touch it was an iPod Shuffle my mom gave me, because she wanted it at work in, like, some party draw thing, and that was my first iPod. The first device I used to listen to, like, music, though, was my PSP. I used that.
I used to do that on the bus rides to school. I just listen to that, and I'm like...
Yeah, and I remember I liked how that was straightforward, because you just dragged the files over, made your own folders and everything. Cappy hat. That's the Brady for you. But, and then I had an iPod Shuffle, which was... You could either have them on shuffle or just play the songs in order. You didn't have, like, a screen or anything, but, like, you got used to that. Then I had an iPod Touch, like the first gen, that my sister gave me when she got a new one. And then that one broke, and then my friend Lucas gave me his, and then I had another one from the girl I was dating at the time who gave me her old one, which that was a newer one. Yeah. I think it was like a Gen 3. And then that one broke, and then the one I have now is an iPhone 4, I think, that my mom gave me when she got her new iPhone years ago. So I'm not very up to date when it comes to mobile devices. Other than, like, Nintendo. Well, I'm never quite up to date, because I usually get, like, the OG, the first run of a Nintendo portable. Then I don't get
the first ever one
ones.
I got was the 3DS, right? The regular one, and then I was
you've had a couple of 3DS.
I've gone through the XL because my DS broke. I was like, might as well get a new one.
How'd you break your DS? What happened?
Poured pop on it.
Oh.
I had it in my backpack with a can of pop. And
yikes. That's how my first hard drive broke. Oh, yeah? I had a 1 terabyte hard drive with, like, all my raw footage. I really wish it never broke, because there's so much, like, dumb shit Robbie and I recorded together that's all lost from, like, high school. But that's how my first hard drive broke. I would carry it to school all the time in my backpack, and I was, like, being rough with my backpack, not even thinking much about it, and then one day it just stopped functioning, just from being handled so roughly in my backpack all the time.
With my XL for my 3DS, 3DS XL, the 3D stopped working on that because one of my friends punched my backpack.
Oh no!
And in the front section was my 3DS, so it knocked, like, the screen shifter or whatever it was in it, and it just screwed up the 3D.
Wow!
Slider.
Got to be like Garrett Hunter, need a fanny pack.
Yeah.
You ever see what he does with his 3DSs? I don't know if he does this anymore, but Mega 64's Garrett Hunter, he had a fanny pack with 2 3DSs. Yeah. One had Pokemon going on it, and the other had Animal Crossing, because like it was more convenient for him just to, like, have 2 so he could just resume instead of having to, like, save, quit, and I thought that was really funny. But my first handheld device was a Game Boy Advance. I still have it, the original Game Boy Advance, just the iceberg blue one, or indigo, I guess. Yeah. I think the official name for it was iceberg blue, but it's the same purplish looking blue that the GameCube had. I really like that. Honestly, like, purple is one of my favorite colors. Yeah. Purple, blue, and green are my favorite colors. So, like, I actually always like the purplish tone of the GameCube. But I think it was officially known as indigo on the GameCube color line. But I had the original Game Boy Advance, then I had the original DS and the original 3DS. And I've never had, like, any better versions, never had, like, the DS Lite or XL or anything like that. I always just get the first print, and then that's it.
I usually was late to the parties with the systems until, like, as of recent.
I was usually like later to the parties with like consoles until the Wii U was the first console where I was the first one I knew who got it. But I mean, the Wii U is kind of a different case because no one really wanted the Wii U when it came out.
The Switch was...
Switch is the first console
is the first ever launch title.
Yeah, we went to get that together. That was awesome.
Believe it or not, you were actually the reason I got it during launch.
Oh, because I pre-ordered you one, didn't I? Yeah.
Because I remember waking up that night or waking up that morning and being like, I gotta get it.
Because pre-orders went up that day.
And the sites just shit the bed.
That's what happens every time. Because I tried to pre-order one online and it wouldn't let me. And I think I had work that day. So on my lunch break, I went into EB Games. I'm like, hey, I know they're sold out online, but you have any? And they're like, yeah, we still have in-store Switch pre-orders. I'm like, do you have 2? And they're like, yeah. So I was able to get you one too.
And I was like, oh, gotta pay that off right away. He actually convinced me to get the Switch and not a Wii U because I was like, I want to get the Wii U.
That was a good call because now they're porting everything on the Wii U to the Switch.
Because I was like, these are games I don't want to miss, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I also am a collector of consoles, but no, he convinced me to switch over and
honestly,
get the Switch.
Only things on the Wii U that aren't on the Switch so far, I think, is like that's super worth playing is like Pikmin 3 and Xenoblade X. Yeah. I mean, Xenoblade X, like a lot of people don't even like that game. You got to be like you gotta love grindy exploration games, and that was like super up my alley. Speaking of Xenoblade, did you start Xenoblade Chronicles 2 yet?
I got past that cutscene and I was like, I'm gonna play this like when I actually have time to.
All right.
Because anytime I start up an RPG and then I stop, I will forget what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's what I hate about RPGs. Xenoblade's pretty good for that though.
Yeah.
They usually have like a little note at the bottom right telling you what the mission you're on is like. Oh, you just talked to this guy, so you gotta do that. And I'm like, oh,
so it gives you like this list of
little synopsis of what just happened. The first one was the best with that. I don't know if X really does that, but 2 at least does it a little bit, and I like that a lot.
I've been playing a lot of like just Mario Odyssey and all those games. But about the Wii U, for like games to be ported, I think if they're ever gonna do it, I think they might do like a dual port, which is combining both 3D World and Treasure Tracker together.
That would be interesting. That would make a lot of sense. Yeah. I wonder if they will port 3D World. Because there were some stages where you needed the touchscreen, so like it'd be kind of weird to force portable mode for that. But I mean, it could work, but you never know.
Yeah.
Switch would be a good console for 3D World. I think that ship's kind of sailed though. Like, I know there are a lot of people that tell me they haven't played 3D World and they would like to.
Yeah.
And I think combining that with Treasure Tracker for like the same retail price, I think that would sweeten the deal enough that would make people. Oh, it comes with Treasure Tracker. Okay, maybe I'll pick this up. And because that's actually like the worst selling 3D Mario, I think.
Really?
Sold even worse than Sunshine because it was on a console nobody wanted at the time.
Okay. Wow.
I watched a video actually breaking down what's inside the Wii U, and I remember like when it came out, it was supposed to be more powerful than the PS3 and Xbox 360. Not a whole lot, but like a little bit more powerful. That's why like games like Xenoblade Chronicles X, like the lighting effects and stuff, do look better than what you can get on a PS3. But then the PS4 comes out and just floors it. That's kind of what the Dreamcast was. It was better than N64 and PS1, but then the next console generations comes and floors it. But it has like a really good CPU, I think. It has like a Radeon in it. I don't know if that's a CPU or graphics card. I'm not a PC guy. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I know it has a Radeon, like a really good Radeon chip in it. And it has like some really good components, but there's other components that are just not up to date. There's like, I think when it comes to like RAM, it doesn't have nearly as much RAM as like the PS3. So it's like, you have like these really good components, but some of your other components are really shit. So that's just kind of like a weird balance. So it's not even inherently like just a stronger, more powerful system. It's like some aspects of this are stronger, but there are some things that's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But
advertisement was also kind of shitty.
I think the marketing, everyone thought that was just an add-on for the Wii.
So bad.
You would have had to be like a core fan that kind of understood what was happening.
Yeah.
Like myself, like I pay attention to like video game news. I knew the Wii U was a new console.
Yeah.
But like the general public, you gotta like keep in mind that like you pay attention to like gaming news and you're like in the know, but most people aren't like that. Most people just kind of see a trailer pop in their Facebook feed and that's kind of what sells them a game, or they watch TV. And the Wii U's marketing was just didn't get that audience, that majority audience. I mean, like, the Wii didn't sell 100 million consoles because it, like, appealed just to the people who are in the know, you know. It's just, you gotta get people in the know instead of just relying on those that are already in the know, you know. But yeah, if there were other... We should get to this because I wanted to talk about what games videos I uploaded.
What have you been doing?
Super Mario Galaxy 2. I think our game's way better than Galaxy 1. I did get some interesting comments talking about how some people prefer Galaxy 1 because they like Galaxy 1's like atmosphere and how it's like, yeah, this is Mario Galaxy, we're going in space. But they were saying like Galaxy 2, like you hardly even feel like you're in space. You just feel like you're in a floating limbo nothing world with a blue sky.
Traveling to like a
And I'm thinking about it, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I still think it's really hard for me to prefer Galaxy 1 for those reasons, even still, because the Galaxy 2's level design's way better.
Yeah.
Like, those levels are, like, the ideas and the execution is, like, brilliant in Galaxy 2.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I understand that argument. I think that was really interesting that some people like it for that reason. Then I did 3D Land. That's a game that I played in high school. I remember every lunch break I would play it in high school.
I used to do that all the time.
Have you played 3D Land?
Oh, yeah. That was one of my first games for the 3DS. I remember this story vividly, like very well, because I was remembering I was sitting in a basketball court, just playing on my 3DS, and all I hear from like the distance is, "Get back here!" like that.
Move out the way.
And I was like, oh, that dude sounds like he's in trouble. There was this dude running away from this other guy, and then another guy followed that guy. And it was like a gang of people just gonna beat up this one guy, and I'm sitting there playing 3D Land, and I'm like, the hell's going on? And after that, like, those three people are running, the one guy up in front, he's gonna get beat up by these two guys. Then I see this group of like 7 or 8 other people chasing him, and I was like, what the hell's going on?
What did this guy do
that
got everyone so mad?
And this is back in junior high, and I was like,
so you didn't even figure out what happened?
No. I closed my 3DS, I grabbed my things, I got the hell out of there because
so
people
weird.
were coming from the first entrance, the other entrance, they were climbing the fence. The guy was climbing the fence, and then he got stuck in the basketball court getting beat on after I got out of there. I was like, oh, I'm not dealing with this.
That's crazy. Did you like the game, though?
Oh, yeah, it was really good.
Did you beat it? Did you unlock, like, the hidden final
level?
Yeah. I never knew that level existed until now when I reviewed it.
From the minute I purchased it, I slid it into my 3DS, and I didn't put it down until like the next day, and I was already done.
When I was in high school, I beat the game twice as Mario and Luigi. I didn't know about the flagpole thing.
Really?
So I never got that final level.
Oh,
I did not know that was a thing until now. And I think that the fact that it had like this really obtuse and really dumb completion goal to unlock something like that's like so
you
tucked
have to
away.
Hit the flag,
it's like well,
top,
I think
like
that's just I just think that's malarkey.
Yeah,
like you have to do that to get a hidden final
I get
level.
beating the level.
Didn't even know.
I
about
get
that.
beating the level and then doing it as Luigi because that became sort of a thing.
Yeah.
But like adding the flag thing was bullshit.
Yeah, I think that's.
I remember doing that for 3D World, and I had to do it. I helped my friendo doing it. Because we would just have like 2 concontrollers to ourselves.
Yeah. Oh, you try to get the flagpole as
bubbles,
as
and
every
then
character.
We pop and jump.
You don't need to do that, you know. I got a lot of comments saying that you need to do that to get the final level. You don't.
Yeah.
You need to get the top of the flagpole in every stage, but you don't need to do it as every character.
Yeah.
That just gets you like 4 or 5 more stamps and like a shiny profile picture. You don't actually get anything for it. So I didn't bother. I've never bothered doing that. I'm never gonna do that.
So bad.
But yeah, there's something I was going to say about 3D Land that I forgot. Oh, flagpoles. Like, honestly, I'm getting pretty sick of flagpoles being at the end of, like, because Mario 1 had flagpoles, Mario 2 had the bird mouth things, Mario 3 had the card at the end of the level, Mario World had the
friggin' post,
the bar. Post, every Mario game since the first one, it's like, there's something different at the end of the level. And then, when it becomes New Super Mario Bros. And they're going back to like we're not collecting things at the end of the stage, we're like getting to a goal. New Super Mario brought back the flagpole, and we're like, okay, well it's cool because it's New Super Mario Bros. They're bringing that back. Then they brought it back again in 3D Land. I'm like, okay, I guess it's cool because it's in 3D. But then they had it again for 3D World. Every New Super Mario Bros. Games, that's 4 New Super Mario. That's like 6 new Mario games, all with the flagpole at the end of the level. It's like, can we get something different? Bring back the bar thing from Mario World.
I was going to assume that because I was like, okay, 3D World, maybe they'll be a little more Mario World-esque because they had Galoombas in it.
Yeah, they had Galoombas.
And they also had charging chucks.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And it's like, what do we got for the goal?
Yeah, it's just flagpole.
Yeah, I was waiting
Yeah.
for the feather to make a comeback.
They need
or
to
something.
take minor elements and change them up,
Yeah.
because it's stuff like that where it's like, oh, the end of the level is the exact same as the end of the level in the last game.
Yeah.
Like, it's small things like that you can change that makes the experience feel a lot less stale and a lot less like, oh, I've done this before. Little things like that I think really help. So bring back the bar from Mario World, or maybe make something new.
Like, get the card. Like, make it like a panel or something.
In Yoshi's Island, even you jump through the hoop, and then the
No, you got the flowers, and then do.
Brady, come back. Anyway, yeah, that's 3D Land, and then 3D World. I just put that out today. Honestly, I'm a little dissatisfied with that video. Watching it over today, to watch for errors before I made it, I feel like I'm talking way too fast. Some days I can't speak as well as like others. It just doesn't come out as fluently, and I felt like I'm just saying everything really well, and it's kind of like monotone a little bit. Like, there's energy in my voice, but there's not much variety to how I say
like
stuff.
The top.
It doesn't feel as casual as I normally have it, but whatever. Got that out. I think I made some interesting points. I got a lot of people being like, "Yeah, I can't wait to watch you rip this game apart." When have I ever done that? I don't do that.
I don't. Some criticism into the games.
I've ripped apart garbage games like Bubsy.
Yeah.
3D World's not a garbage game. It is, maybe you might consider it that compared to other Mario games, but like, I try to be objectively fair with my reviews. Like, I find everything I like, I find everything I don't like, and then I think of what could have been better. But I went into 3D World being like, I'm not going to tell people why I don't like it. I'm going to try to find out why others don't really like this game, instead of being like, yeah, this game sucks. I think it's more important to celebrate. I always say this: celebrate the things you love instead of ragging on the things you hate.
Yeah.
And if it is something that you don't like, if it's in a series that's really close and dear to you and you love, investigate. Maybe figure out why people don't like this game instead of trying to explain why it's bad. Be like, why don't people like it? Because I think a game does have really good level design, and what it boiled down to is I think it's because you're always looking at every level from the same far back away angle. In like Odyssey or any other game, you're like
kind of close up. You have control.
You feel intimate with what's going on. You feel very in control. Like, you can see around Mario's surroundings. Even Galaxy had somewhat of a fixed angle, but there was variety to the angles. Like, you were, especially with like walking around and gravity would flip upside down. Like, you walk this way, kind of follows you this way.
Yeah.
But in 3D World, it's so static. It's like the same angle. The whole stage is a straight shot forward.
3D, 2D Mario.
And since everything's on the same angle, even if you are doing different things in levels, it still kind of feels the same because you're moving the same directions. Everything's structured the same way, and you don't feel that way about a 2D Mario because there's no 3D plane in existence. Like, that's what every 2D game is. So it's like, oh, so then
but
it's
it just
a matter
feels
of
static like that.
it's a matter of like, what are we gonna do in the 2D space instead of like, well, you have the 3D space, but it feels stale because it's straightforward in a 3D space. But yeah. That's my review, Mario World. Oh, and also, the new Yume Nikki came out. That was a pretty big deal for a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's my review. It's a shoulder shrug of a game. Very mediocre game. I wouldn't call it bad. It's not what people were hoping for. Definitely not what I was hoping for. But I kind of expected that. That video is a little bit of an investigation.
Yeah.
I kind of look into the company developing it, and I kind of boil it down to like, yeah, this is not so much a passion project between people who really wanted to make a new Yume Nikki as it's like, oh, a big company got a hold of a property, and they're like, yeah, let's just make another one to make some money.
Yeah.
That's what it seemed like. And I got some really naive comments defending Katakawa.
Yeah.
They're like the developer. They're like a big name publisher. And I compare them to Behavior Entertainment because they're like a company that just gets like properties and makes games. They're just hired to make licensed games.
Look what we got.
And one guy was like, "Yeah, well, you're ragging on an indie studio just because they make licensed games. They're not sellouts." I'm like, I didn't call them sellouts. Firstly, if you make like licensed games, you're not doing that because you want to. You're doing that to make money. Even Platinum Games, they struck a deal with Activision to make a bunch of licensed games: Ninja Turtles, Legend of Korra, Transformers. Not all of those games were particularly great, and it's because they weren't passion projects. It's like, we're a company, we need to make money right now. That's what that is. That's all my point was. They're just a company trying to make money rather than like a passionate developer being like, let's bring back Yume Nikki, we're gonna make it awesome. It's like, hey, we got Yume Nikki, let's make some money. That's what I think that game really came from. But yeah, That's Nitrorad this month. We did some Granicore videos.
Yeah.
We got together with Robbie and we did a bunch.
Yeah, Robbie had some good ideas.
What was the basement one? Was that your idea?
No, that was Robbie.
That was Robbie's idea. Yeah.
My idea was Goodbye Gaming.
Oh yeah. The whole thing where Robbie's just there with the controller.
Yeah.
That was improvised.
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be funny is like, because I'm like, okay, you're playing games and the doorbell happens, and he starts doing that, and I'm like, can we get that for 2 full minutes, and that's the video, and then the joke
And
at
then
the
he
end.
turns his head.
I think that kind of like ruins the gag a little bit, because I'm sure so many people clicked off the video before. They're like, what the? We got some comments being like, what the fuck's this shit? What is this? Like, oh man. But I thought that was a funny video. What do we call the one in the basement? Where, like, I'm chained up and tied in the
GoldenEye
basement.
Real Life.
GoldenEye in Real Life. Yeah, we only called it that just because you did that one shot where it's like, you just did it in the first person. And that was good.
Yeah.
But the lighting in that shot when you come down the stairs and we put the light, that LED panel behind the door and it was kind of shining through the door. I think that's one of the best shots I ever got.
Yeah.
That was a shot I really designed because we had 2 of the lights. And I kind of put some stuff in the foreground to get that. And man, that's like one of the shots I've been like super satisfied with. I got big old hair.
Mess of hair.
You got
It is no longer even like a flat top.
Yeah, you're trying to go for a flat top. But,
but like now,
flat tops
like
are
my hair's like just grown out, and now I'm gonna be getting a haircut soon.
So you're gonna get it trimmed to flat
Maybe.
top.
Who knows?
Maybe. You might just be ditching the whole flat top
might
thing.
just ditch it.
You just want a flat top because Edeka's got his
It's not
like
even because
update gear.
I want Etika. It's like I want to like see what I would look like with something different.
You just want
I
to go
need
for
to
something
find
different.
myself.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
Like back when I was in high school, my hair just grew and I just let it go down like normal.
I remember you used to have like the shortcut bang.
Yeah,
for
shortcut.
a while,
And then
like,
I started blow drying my hair back, and I kind of got the Rayman do going on, and I think that looks great on me. And then it's like, yeah, I finally found a hair thing that looks good, and that's just what I've been going for the past forever. And people seem to like that, and I seem to like that. So that's it's about finding yourself. If you watch early Nitrorad videos, I just had my hair down, like just the bangs down. That's what I used to do. But I think it looks good. I'll blow them back like that. I comb it back then I dry it. And usually it stays like that the whole day. Sometimes it kind of goes down a little bit through at the end. But I still got that like kind of Archie Andrews kind of split going on. And I think that looks good even when it comes down. But generally I like it just way back like that.
If looks could kill. Kisses. Like you look in the mirror and your face turns into a big gun. So
Oh my god. So that's Granicore. We did one more, didn't we? No, I think it was just that 2.
Was it?
We did 3 last time Alex was over. I don't know if we talked about that on the podcast when we did the Brady Stampede.
No, because we were gonna hold off on it. I think
we had another idea, but we didn't do it because we didn't have enough time. What was that idea?
Oh yeah, that was
What was the idea?
I
think it was Robbie's
Brady's
idea.
trial. I think it was.
Oh, the council of Brady's.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Brady over here pitches to me this video idea about like, you literally described to me an episode of Rick and Morty.
I don't even like.
And you've never watched that show, and I was like, Brady, that's literally an episode of Rick and Morty. And you're like, what? You're so upset.
Yeah, I was because this stuff can really like tie between things.
Yeah,
that, like,
it would tie the Granolore together.
Yeah.
But I think we should do that episode sometime because I think that would be. I mean, even if it becomes kind of like a Rick and Morty parody, I know enough about Rick and I love Rick and Morty, so I could really get that make that into like somewhat of a Rick and Morty. Speaking of Rick and Morty, Szechuan sauce was back apparently.
I seen Kevin.
Kevin and Michael
that,
got it. It was only in the States, though. We didn't get it in Canada. I don't even know if the original run of Szechuan was in Canada. But apparently it's just like really thick soy sauce is what Michael told me. Yeah. So, or maybe Kevin told me. I don't know. Someone posted about it. So, yeah, that's dumb.
Not missing out on much.
No, I don't know. I don't care. Even if they did have it, I probably wouldn't even bother. It's sauce. Who cares? Oh, no. Then again, you can always get it and sell it on eBay for $50. Yeah. Yeah. People are dumb enough to buy that kind of crap. We were talking about Wii U games earlier. Yeah. Now that we're done talking about Granicore Nitrorad, what are Wii U games you would like to see ported to the Switch? Because this speaks to you more than it does to me, because you don't have a Wii U. You've never had a Wii U. So this could be your chance to play some stuff.
Wasn't there a WarioWare game?
Game & Wario. It was garbage, though. I have it.
Oh, do you?
I got it for free off Club Nintendo back when that was still a thing. and it's like it's not a WarioWare game like I thought it was going to be. It's like it's not a bunch of micro games and then you like they do the thing, and it goes to the next one, you do it, and it's like you only have 5 seconds to figure out what to do. That would have been awesome on the Wii U. Because the Wii U could have touchscreen mini games like WarioWare Touched. It could have twisted mini games like Twisted. It could have it's compatible with your remote, so you could have smooth mini games. It could have been the ultimate compilation of every sort of WarioWare game, or it could have been like a Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix deal where they just had
they
all the
could have called it
different
just like WarioWare mixed.
That would have been WarioWare mixed. That would have been perfect. But instead,
hire me, Nintendo, please.
Instead, it's like 8 or 9 mini games that are all really boring. They're like about as good as like freeware iPhone games. They're really the only good one was the 9-volt one where you're like playing in bed, and when because you're playing the WarioWare like original Game Boy, they're not like new games, just the Game Boy Advance ones, but you're playing them on the gamepad, and then you gotta look up on the TV to make sure your mom's not coming in.
Is that the one that was made into a stage?
It was made into Stage Smash Bros. That one was genius. That was such a brilliant idea, but it was one small mini game in a series of other really bad ones, and that's all WarioWare. What was it called? Game & Wario. That's all that was. So I really hope they do a new WarioWare for Switch, because again, Switch has the Joy-Con motion controls.
Call it like WarioWare Switch It Up.
WarioWare Switch It Up. Yeah. There we go. Or WarioWare Mixed, because you could get even the touchscreen mini games, you would have to play it portable with your finger. But I
still want them to revisit the concept of Double Dash and just call it Mario Kart Switch.
Oh, because you're switching characters.
Yeah.
That could work.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll get a new Mario Kart soon because they just ported.
Yeah,
8,
obviously.
So, but Mario Kart Switch, that's a good idea. I would like to see them bring back the whole double character thing.
They brought back the double box, so
they did for Mario Kart 8. It was a good move.
Yeah, Nintendo's president said something like he wants to extend like the lifetime of the Switch, so it'll like get better games, and maybe we'll like get like a double hash of. Like a 3D main Mario title, because usually the Nintendo consoles usually only get one of each. It's like you get one Mario Kart.
The Wii, you're right. It usually has one of each. Sometimes they do double dip. Like the GameCube had 2 Zeldas.
Yeah, which was surprising.
Really, the GameCube had like 4 Zeldas, if you really think about it. Because Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time were both ported in collections. But
in a way, it seems like
Zeldas.
Zelda was usually like one of those. Like sets that's like you'll either get like 2 or like maybe a little more.
Well, sometimes you get 2 because one goes cross-platform. Like Breath of the Wild was the Wii U and on the Switch, but I think Breath of the Wild was always meant to be the Wii U Zelda.
But
being on the
was
Switch
like
was kind
so
of a
late.
bonus.
Let's just put it on the Switch.
Exactly the same thing how it happened with Twilight Princess was originally a GameCube one. So I guess the GameCube was really the real console that double dipped with Zelda. And then, because Wind Waker was like the
N64
Zelda,
did Majora's Mask anew.
And so N64 double dip too. I think double dip's a really good term for that. And they double dip with Mario. And they did it with Mario Galaxy. That's just because it was like more of an expansion, kind of reusing the same engine. So it would have taken a lot less time to develop. So if they do double dip with Mario, if anything, if we have to get like a reused asset kind of game, I hope it's like Odyssey 2.
I want an Odyssey 2.
Love Odyssey 2.
Because if they would follow like that type of pattern where it's like, oh, we're gonna get 2 Marios.
So much more potential you can crank out of that formula.
I just
like
want
more
that
enemies
character
to capture.
mechanics and
the one
please
I thought
let
of?
Luigi be playable. Yeah, the one that we talked on, but you're the one who brought it up.
Did I mention? Did we talk about it on the podcast?
I think so. Yeah, we talked.
For those don't, anyone, if anyone doesn't, I'll briefly mention it. Anyone doesn't know what we're talking about. I had an idea for Odyssey 2 where you can combine enemies. So like, say you're like swimming underwater and you got to get through like something. You would like capture a fish and combine them with a boo, so you can like swim and phase through stuff like that. That would be dope. But yeah, that was my idea for Odyssey 2.
I want a dry hammer, bro. Who just throws the bone.
Throw bones and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe you would
hammer bone.
Oh, that's good. See that, and I think this stuff would be great for puzzle solving because it's like, what if you need to get rid of a dog, so you need to throw a bone, so you got to figure out
get rid of Poochie.
Yeah, you got to get rid of Poochie. So what could I combine that would let me throw a bone? A hammer bro and a dry bones. There you go. Stuff like that. I think that'd be great for puzzle solving more so than like platforming and stuff. But I think that would be brilliant. Absolutely. I want to see them bring back for like main series Mario. I want to like see some like ghosts and stuff from Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
Because they haven't like incorporated Luigi's Mansion stuff in the main series. So like, I think it'd be cool. Like, let's go to the mansion at least. As,
you think they're gonna do another DLC pack for
Odyssey?
Odyssey?
Maybe, because I did for Zelda.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I feel like
Because it seems like they want to.
does it?
Yeah.
When did they say that?
Well, I think it was. Oh, where did I think I seen something on it. I don't remember.
Well, they're at least
but it
still
was
supporting the game because they
Yeah.
released that Luigi add-on
Balloon
like
World
recently.
was really good.
For free. I think Zelda kind of lends itself to DLC a
Yeah.
little better. Open world games lend themselves very naturally
Yeah.
to DLC because it's like extra challenges and stuff. Well, I guess Odyssey kind of is open world
Yeah.
too, so that would work. I'm not so sure though if they will do it for Mario. Mario kind of seems a little more off limits when it comes to DLC. Like Mario 3D World never had DLC,
Yeah.
yet they did have DLC for like Mario Kart and
Yeah.
Pikmin 3. But the 3D World they didn't touch for DLC.
I feel like what would be the best thing for them to do, in a way which would satisfy more people. Like it's like, oh well, we want a Kirby Air Ride, we want F-Zero.
Kirby so bad.
Like make it like a Nintendo All Stars racer, kind of like what Sega did.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Like get all the Nintendos up in there.
Some people are calling Mario Kart 8 Smash Kart
Yeah, Smash
just
Kart, because
because,
everyone was starting to come on over.
because suddenly it's like, oh, now we got Link, Splatoon characters, and Animal Crossing characters,
Yeah.
and then F-Zero levels and Excitebike level.
Which is really cool. Like
that is neat. So
get a Nintendo All Star Racer.
but the thing is, Mario Kart is like the
It's-
brand.
yeah.
That's the name. That's a recognizable name. So I think like making Smash Kart or like Nintendo All Star, Nintendo All Stars Racing, that already is a recognizable brand, and they just gotta like make commercials be like, you thought Mario Kart was fun, check this out. And then all like the people not so again, you gotta market to the people not in the know, because the people in the know are already gonna get it. But that could work. Yeah, absolutely, that'd be cool. Yeah. Anything else you want to see on the Switch?
I
From
want
the
to
Wii U?
see. Well, we already got it because
What do you even got for it?
I was calling. What was it? Hyrule Warriors to come back.
Yeah.
I knew that was going to happen. And Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, because I was like, man, that was the one I want to play. There wasn't really much on the Wii U.
No, there really wasn't.
Aside from like Smash Bros, and people are speculating on leaks of that with the reliable source, but I'm still like, I'm not gonna believe it.
I think they're just gonna make a new Smash Bros.
Yeah.
I think they're just gonna wait till. Honestly, I would much rather they just make a new Smash Bros. Especially since I already have Smash 4.
But I do remember Sakurai said he was working on a new project as soon as the last DLC pack came out.
Oh.
So what could have possibly happened is that
He might
they
be
were
just
taking
doing a
all
different
this
game.
time adding new stuff into it.
He might just be doing
in
a
a
different
way.
game, because I mean, like between Brawl and Smash 4, he did that Kid Icarus game.
Yeah.
So he might be doing another Kid
Oh
Icarus.
man, what if we get a
game,
Kid Icarus game for the Switch?
or-
I don't know.
I don't know. I thought Kid Icarus Uprising was okay.
Yeah,
I beat
was
it in high
alright.
school. Like I enjoyed it, but it's like, did you play it?
Yeah, I have it.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Like that control scheme, a lot of people didn't like moving the circle.
Yeah.
But I thought it was fine. But like a lot of people didn't like that. The thing is, it's like it felt like a Sin and Punishment game, just with a Kid Icarus skin.
Yeah.
And like I didn't really care for the new take on Kid Icarus. Like there's a lot of talking in this game, and like it's kind of like quirky anime tropey stuff. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know. The original NES game's kind of like a classic, no words, so you can really do anything with
Yeah.
that. But what they turned that into was like it felt too anime for me. You
Yeah.
know, I got a piece of that skin on my thumb.
I want an Ice Climbers game.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I think
cool.
they got to make a new F-Zero game.
Yeah, I
think,
F-Zero.
F-Zero is I think F-Zero is the longest overdue main series Nintendo game that they were still doing in like well into the 3D generation. Like they had one on GameCube even. And the last one was on Game Boy Advance, I think maybe a year after GX came out.
Yeah.
But like the ones they had long overdue for a while was Pikmin, and then they finally made Pikmin 3.
Yeah.
And then Metroid got long overdue because
Star
like
Fox got one
Star
chance.
Fox was long overdue,
Yeah.
and then they
screwed it up.
a lot of people didn't like it, but they did at least make a new Star
Yeah.
Fox. They at least made one. But it's heartbreaking to see them not even try.
From what I've
you know?
seen, it looks like Star Fox 2 64, like merged.
Yeah, but just with really,
Yeah.
it's the control scheme people didn't like.
Because you have to rely on gyro control, isn't it?
The other thing is like a lot of people didn't like when it kind of a big part of what killed it in the reviews was people are like, this feels like an arcade game, which like you could do on the N64, but in
Yeah.
2017 full price on the Wii U, a 4-hour kind of choose your way adventure
Yeah.
story mode isn't quite fit for like a AAA title these days.
What we
for
grew up
plays.
with isn't acceptable.
It's
at this
it's
point,
because
like,
that's
it's like
when
standards.
That's when standards have risen.
Yeah.
You know, you can't make like a 4-hour Nintendo AAA game
Yeah.
anymore. And that's what a lot of people, you know.
Well, like you look
You
at
know.
it like the collectathon, like Banjo Kazooie style with ukulele.
Yeah, and
They tried to make it like bigger.
well, thing is, I think you can take a game like Banjo Kazooie and renew it and kind of make it newer and fresher.
But
and
like trying to
make
expand
it work, but-
like that crazily.
Yeah,
but,
I
like,
think what Ukulele's problem is they didn't try to make it better. They just tried to make it bigger. Like,
Yeah.
we'll take Tui and make it bigger, and it's
Yeah.
like, well, now I just don't know where to go, and this
Yeah.
kind of feels like a dated game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I think. We bring up Ukulele like once every podcast.
Yeah.
I feel like, but as always, like that's not a bad
I
game.
still enjoy
but
it.
It's like. I would struggle to call it a bad game, but it could have been so much better.
Yeah.
Like that level design
There's
needs to be more
definitely a
focused.
lot of room for improvement. That's all I
There's
have
just
to
too
say.
much. Where do I go? This level's too big. Especially did you get to the casino level?
Nope.
That level's a fucking nightmare.
Is
that
it?
level's
And you know what?
garbage.
I hate casino levels.
I don't like casino levels either.
The only casino level I ever liked was Sonic Adventure. Yeah,
Hey, I knew you were gonna say
buddy.
that. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, great minds ride a bike.
Great minds, eat the food, ride the bike. Dun dun dun, eat Mike and Ike's.
Do they have Mike and Ike's in the States?
Maybe.
Because every now and then I'll mention something and people are like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Oh, guess it's a Mike and Ike thing."
whoops.
Yeah, so I feel like Mike and Ike's might be one of those things.
Yeah.
Could not be. I mean, I have no way of knowing. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know what's in. I don't know what they have in the States.
Well, we look at it like, yo, what was it that we said we don't have here? 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven.
But that's only because it was in the Maritime.
Yeah, I didn't know we had 7-Elevens
Yeah.
in Canada. We don't have the like. I checked the 7-Eleven website, checked their locations.
Yeah.
We don't have them within like 4 provinces of us. The closest ones are in Ontario.
Oh my god.
Ontario. In Ontario. That's the closest
The
one.
Nintendo Atario.
Nintendo Atari. The Atari 1700.
My friend gave
the
me
Atari Mario.
a friend of mine gave me a plug and play Atari.
Really?
Yeah.
What
Atari
like,
Flashback back too.
Is it like 2600, 50,
I think maybe.
5600?
Either way,
1700?
he moved, right? And
Yeah.
he was just like, "Yo, go through my stuff. You want it?" I actually got one of those.
Oh, the
the
Switch
like,
boxes.
The Switch boxes.
Those are great.
I got Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods.
The
Blu-ray.
Blu-ray.
Yeah,
right
4-disc
on.
Blu-ray.
I thought you meant
Yeah.
the game, like Battle of Z. That was not good.
No, it was not good. And what was it? I got One Punch Man mangas,
Oh, right on.
and I got the Atari, and then a few other mangas.
What's
so
on
it's
the
like those.
What's on the Atari?
Pong, and Adventure, and stuff like that.
Oh, Adventure's a
Yeah.
classic. Do you have Pitfall?
I think Pitfall's on there. Yeah.
Okay.
I was just playing Pong, and I was like, yeah, I'm having fun, and now I'm bored. And I
Yeah,
turned it
Atari
up.
games is like, this is cool, and then 1 minute later, it's like, I'm bored
Yeah.
of this. Yeah, I played a physical Atari once in my life. The girl I dated in high school had one, and I played an ET on it, and I'm like,
Okay.
yeah, this is cool that I did this, and now it's
I
like,
am the video game nerd
the
who's
NES,
angry.
The NES was the first console where it's like, yeah, this is a good game. Yeah, oh, I'm sure they had like good PC like games back then, but like the NES was like, yeah, this is like a fun.
Speaking
game.
of PC and Nintendo, have you ever seen the DOS Mega Man?
Yeah,
So
terrible.
bad. It's so
terrible. I know Angry Video Game Nerd did that recently,
Yeah.
or maybe within the last like 3 years. But I remember watching videos about
That's
that
so
like
bad.
way before he did that. Yeah, it's garbage. Speaking of PC, I wanted to bring this up on the
Yeah.
podcast. I've been trying to get my PlayStation VR to work on my PC. There's some homebrew, like it's called like Trinus VR. You can get. It's only like a trial thing. You have to pay like $15 for it. So I'm like, $15 is nothing. Sure, whatever. So I did that. But thing about it is it can't track your physical movement. It can only track your looking around. So that one step at a time, right? So like the only games I had to test it on were like VR chat and like. That was it, and like VR chat runs like fucking garbage because it's like an early access Unity game, right? So like that wasn't a good thing to test it on.
Yeah.
So I downloaded this waifu porno hentai game, and that's what I got it to work on. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, this is cool. You see Hatsune Miku's titties right on.
Hatsune Miku's titties.
But so then I wanted to figure out how to get positional tracking to work, and I had to buy a second PS3 camera. I found one for $10 on eBay.
That's crazy.
So I had them set up. And what you need is a PlayStation Move. You literally have to duct tape a PlayStation Move controller to the headset. That's how you do the positional tracking. and it worked kind of well. Like,
Yeah.
it was getting me fine, but then like I find every now and then I would like go forward and we'd kind of go like the wrong way after a little bit. But
Yeah.
I tested it in that booby hentai game, and yeah, it was working. So that's like my test game, just because it's like a really low demanding game. It's like, yeah, this works. So then the reason I wanted to get this to work is because I heard about people playing Metroid Prime in VR. That sounds amazing to me.
Yeah.
So I got Dolphin VR, and man, I was up. You saw me up until like 4:30.
I told you to go to
night.
bed, and you're like, oh, I'm trying to get Metroid to work,
Yeah,
and then you
trying
went,
to get
wait a
Metroid to
minute, why are you up? I was
Yeah,
like,
why
I'm
are you
because
up?
I don't sleep.
Go sleep, Brady.
I don't
But
ever
you
sleep.
tell me go sleep. But yeah. So I got the game running. But it was running at like 1/10 of the speed, and all the audio was just loud, ear-destroying distortion. So I waited like 20 minutes for it to get past the cutscene, so I was in gameplay, and then it was kind of working, and I made the game run at 300% speed, so it was like half speed now, and I could look around, but looking around didn't change the controls. I know there's like ways to play the Wii versions where you're like using the move controllers, but I was just trying to figure out the head tracking right now, and then play with the controller maybe. And it was neat what I got working, but like the audio was still broken and the gameplay was only running at half speed, still very jittery. So I read into it, I'm like, oh yeah, you'll just have to mess with the settings until you get it to work.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, easy. So I go to graphic settings, I change one thing, screen's black. Let's change it back. Screen's still black. And I fiddle with the settings for like a fucking hour, and I could not get the screen to not be black anymore. And I eventually just gave up. Like it was bullshit. Like
And you said the easiest way to get that, like, through that would be using the Vive.
Just using the Vive, yeah. Because I don't even know if I could get it to work with the PS Move controllers, like the Arm Cannon. Yeah, I would just have to invest in a Vive if I really want to play Metroid Prime VR. Or Nintendo can just make a VR headset and make an official Metroid Prime VR port. That's what would be ideal. But you know, I think out of any existing game from the past, Metroid Prime is the one I want to play in VR the most.
Yeah. You think what they
Arm
would do
Cannon.
is they would bring a Metroid Prime trilogy pack to kind of like what they did with Bayonetta. I know they're like different companies and all, but like,
You mean to the Switch?
yeah, to the Switch.
Well, they had Metroid Prime trilogy on the Wii.
Yeah.
And
I think it's been a long time since people could get used to like.
They ported it to the Wii U.
Yeah.
You can download it on the eShop. So if they end up doing Wii games on the Switch, maybe. But I don't know if like, because I know the Joy-Con can like aim, but it doesn't work with like a sensor bar the same way Wii aiming worked. It's kind of like Wii Motion Plus aiming, where it's like it doesn't need the sensor bar. It just like aims based on like the tilt.
Yeah.
But since those games weren't programmed that way, I don't know if they would be able to just port Wii games without making some heavy changes to it. But like, I don't know if they're going to put forth the effort to do that.
Yeah.
Speaking of games where they don't like put forth any effort to like modify it so it'll work on a console, have you heard about the shit about Mega Man collection, Mega Man Anniversary Collection compilation?
No, I have not. What's been going on?
The Switch version, only the first collection's on the cartridge. Then it comes with a download code for the second one.
Are you freaking kidding me?
You couldn't hire a team.
How
of like,
lazy!
You couldn't hire. You're Capcom, a multi-million-dollar company, couldn't hire a small team just to program a menu that'll be like, do you want to play Legacy Collection 1 or 2 on the same cartridge? They couldn't, and they're not large games. Switch cartridges can hold at, I think 64 gigs is the biggest. But like, I think those collections together is no more than like 8 gigs. Let me look it up right now.
See,
absolute bullshit.
This is another thing I hate, and like that's another thing of what I hate about Capcom.
Mega Man Legacy Collection.
They've gotten so many like X's from me. Like I'm like, I hate you.
Capcom has done some pretty shitty business practices before.
Yeah.
I mean, they were like, they kind of spearheaded the whole like, we're gonna be really shitty about DLC movement.
Yeah.
And that kind of turned to microtransactions through Konami and like other companies. And like, man, Mega Man Legacy Collection is just about 4 gigs.
Are you kidding me?
Mega Man. Let's see the second one. Legacy Collection 2.
Are you sure it's like not like a downloadable file for it to go onto?
What do you mean?
Cartridge?
What do you mean?
Or like would it be like a DLC kind of thing? Like it would add on and give it like a whole different menu or it's like an application.
No, you just have a code. You download it and then it's on your Switch.
And it's just Mega Man Legacy.
It's just it's like as if you just downloaded.
It's a different application.
Yeah, it's as if you just downloaded it off the eShop. Yeah.
How can you not like?
It's 7 gigs. So that's like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No more than 11 gigs together. You can fit that easy on a Switch cartridge. And even if you had to like add some stuff to get them both to work together, that's like 15 gigs maximum. That's
It could have just been Legacy Collection 1, Legacy
reason.
Collection 2. You select between them on like a menu
Because
screen.
I understand not wanting to go through the effort of not creating one new menu in the interface just to have all 10 games.
Yeah.
But you could at least just program a menu. Do you want to play like Legacy Collection 1 or 2? That's all you needed to do. And that's so cheap and lazy. You could have would have cost you no more than $1,000 to hire like a small team to do that over the course.
Oh,
of
I hate you, Capcom. I hate you. You ruined my mood.
Maybe not $1,000. Could cost you maybe $10,000, but I mean, the grand scheme of things, it's like nothing.
They canceled Mega Man Legends 3. Thank you for ruining my hopes and dreams for that.
But and honestly, I wouldn't be that bummed about that if it weren't for the box art. Have you seen the box art? So one of those boxes where it's like, let me grab a Switch case just so you have.
Okay.
So this is the box art, and then like that up is just white with the text like you need download collection. You need an internet connection and at least this much space to play this game.
Oh my god.
It's I hate that. I hate those box arts. L.A. Noire has it.
Yeah.
There's a handful of other games. L.A. Noire is real dumb. Like I think they could have
like you couldn't like put it on the back or something or.
Well, I mean, I get they wanted to be
slip.
I get they wanted to be front and center because again, you gotta.
I forgot about that. I forgot about the inside. That's
you gotta tell people that aren't in the know because I mean, I've worked retail before. People are fucking stupid. People would, if that wasn't on the front, people would buy it and then they would bring it back and complain that their son couldn't play it. People, you get that even if...
I remember I got stuck on Sonic Adventure when we used to have Zellers.
Yeah.
Here. A retail place. They had Sonic Adventure on, like, a discounted price, just in a $20 bin.
Yeah.
And I got that, and I put it into the GameCube. Couldn't get past the memory card thing. It's like, oh, you need a memory card to play this. And I was like... Oh, I'm not going to say anything to my mom because she'll be mad.
Oh, because your mom would try to bring it back saying the game
and I was just
broken.
like, I'll just wait till I get a memory card, I guess.
I've heard horror stories from people that used to work at GameStop of parents bringing games back because they couldn't save to the disc.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense because you can't read and write to discs willy-nilly
it's
like
not
you
a
can
burner.
to a
It's not. You don't burn it to the disc.
You can't. That doesn't make sense. You can't do that.
No.
I remember Nick told me...
with the Microsoft...
No, I was going to say Nick told me a story about it was a PS2 game that he sold, a used PS2 game. No, it was a brand new PS2 game, and the woman brought it back because she said, though the game was used, it wasn't new because there was already a save file on it. But you can't have save files on the disc, which just means
you can have it on the PlayStation.
The kid's memory card, he just must have had that game before.
Yeah, or he had a used memory card, like...
So, like, my point is, if you have the download, yes, you need that on the cover front and center, so people like that don't get confused.
Oh no!
But
there's a file on there. Delete it. Like
the solution to that is not. I think the solution to that isn't to like have that on the cover. The solution to that is to figure out how to get the whole fucking game on the cartridge.
Yeah.
Instead of lazying out. Ugh. Stop. I don't think there's any reason they couldn't have fit all of L.A. Noire on the cartridge. That game's like 40-something gigs. I think Switch cartridges can hold like up to 60-something gigs. Or maybe up to 50-something gigs. I don't know. They could have done something to get that on there. They really should have. But, you know. That's business. They don't care. It's annoying. It's dumb. It's freaky stinky. But yeah. What are you doing? Brady, you can't text on the podcast. That's rude to your fans.
I cannot believe that.
What?
Jackson, let's go poo-poo on the floor.
That's yucky.
That is yucky.
I got friends texting me about poop.
I don't know, man. Shit happens.
Joe Boxer over here.
I still got it.
Yeah, what else should we talk about?
I don't know. What do you want to do today?
So I just want to talk about trying to get the VR to work. I already talked about that.
Yeah.
You didn't talk much about the Mario DLC because you got to play that.
Yeah.
And I haven't played it yet.
I remember it was the 19th. I think it was.
The 19th.
And
the day
I just messaged in the boys group.
Yeah.
It's our little chat.
It's just our chat of us and our two other friends.
And I was like, "Yo, Balloon World's out," and you were like, "What? I thought that was coming out later."
Yeah, I thought it was coming out.
Nah, man.
It came out like a week earlier than I thought it was.
Yeah. And so I downloaded it right away, tried to play it. Since the servers were down for a little bit, and then
probably since so many people trying to download it.
And then I just stayed up and waited till
Nintendo so bad with online.
And I remember when I first seen it, I was like, I'm just excited for the costumes. I'm not even really excited for this.
Yeah, I want to get that Mario Sunshine costume.
It's so good, man.
When I replay Odyssey for I'm so pumped that I get to replay Odyssey for Nitrocast. I'm so excited to do that because Odyssey's like an amazing game. I can't wait to dissect the game. But I'm gonna do that just with Sunshine Mario for a lot of that footage. If you guys watch my Mario Odyssey review, a lot of that footage is gonna have Mario Sunshine Mario. Yeah. So what do you think of the whole balloon mode? Like, explain what that's all about. Because all I know is that you get balloons. I don't know what you do in it.
Luigi is waiting around pretty much every kingdom, aside from the Rune Kingdom and the Cloud Kingdom, I think it is.
Well, those are just boss fights, so yeah.
And basically what you do is you go to Luigi, he tells you about Balloon World. Balloon World's basically, you can either hide a balloon for people to find it, you also have codes for where you hit it, and so your friends can try and find it, and you can get coins. Some are more challenging than others.
Why do you need codes? Why can't I just click my friends list and go to their
I don't know. It's
Nintendo sucks online.
And so you can look for random people's balloons if you want, and get coins. Some are farther away than others. Some are harder to get. So they're gonna have a higher costing price to play.
So do you only get the exact amount of time it took them to hide the balloon?
I think so. And
so what if it takes someone
if you find at least 3 coins, and you get those 3 coins, you get 1 second added to your clock.
Okay.
So as long as you have enough coins around.
Does the person hiding the balloon get that as well?
I think so. Yeah, you have you have a certain amount of time. And
but
if you have coins and stuff along the way while you're hiding it, then you get that extra second added.
Then wouldn't it be possible to get the perfect distance away from and then have it nearly impossible to get?
Yeah. There's one in the Wooded Kingdom I've been trying to get, and I cannot get that.
I think I think the guy getting the balloon should have the coin thing, and the person hiding the balloon shouldn't.
Yeah.
Or the person trying to find it gets 2 seconds more or something like that. Yeah, I think it's
But I've had people hide it in impossible glitch things.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, wow, you're actually gonna be that dude. And it's not that hard to grind for coins with it. If I wanted to get the skeleton costume, I would have had that within a half hour.
Oh, so the balloon things gives you coins.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you also have this rank system where it's the amount of times you've collected coins, found balloons, hid balloons, and had people not be able to find it, your rank goes up. And I think it's if you get to rank 50, Luigi gets these golden balloons and you're maxed out.
I thought you were going to tell me you get to play as Luigi.
I wish. I was really hoping for that.
Yeah.
So Nintendo, get another DLC out and give us an extra kingdom, please.
I feel like playing as Luigi is such less of a magical, mysterious thing. Because
it's just fun.
He wasn't in 64.
Yeah.
He wasn't in Sunshine. And then Galaxy was a side character, and then you could play as him. It's wow, we finally get to be Luigi.
Yeah.
And then, okay, you can be him in Galaxy 2 again, sure, cool. And then you could be him in 3D Land, and then you could be him in...
But it just... it feels better, in my opinion.
I don't know. I feel not being able to play as Luigi in Odyssey, I think that's fine. I think it feels more rooted with the days where it's this is a Mario game and nothing else.
Well, I still feel like it should be an included thing.
I don't know. I don't think we need to play as Luigi every game. I think having him every couple of games, it feels more like a yes, we get to be Luigi instead of oh, now he's just something that's in every game. You know what I'm saying?
I'm hearing it, but I'm still gonna be no, I want Luigi in it.
I think
I am a hard loving Luigi fan.
I'm a hard loving Luigi. Yeah, you fucking hard for Luigi over here.
Yeah, I'll get hard. I'll hurt you.
No, don't do that. Don't hurt me. I'm dead. I died. Don't kill me.
This guy is too cool.
I mean, I like Luigi better than Mario too.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just feel if you can play as him in every Mario game, he just feels. He no longer feels like the cool other brother. It's just well, this is now just a main component to a Mario game, same as Mario.
I don't know.
Because the reason I like Luigi is because you see him less. He's oh, that cool other guy you don't get to see all the time. But if he's in every game, and I don't feel that.
I feel for Odyssey's world and stuff. I mean, to have him in this new revolutionary Mario game.
I don't know.
Would have been good.
I
could have understood if he wasn't in Galaxy and then in Galaxy 2 and then pushed up, but
well,
I want him in Odyssey.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if they made Odyssey 2. I feel like they should make 2 more Mario games, and then the next one you should have Luigi unlockable. I think then it would be a magical thing again.
I think.
Or have Wario unlockable.
I think just having like the idea of having more characters in it would be cool.
Or at least to make Luigi like this secret thing.
Yeah.
Like, because Galaxy was a secret
Actually
thing.
get him worth an unlocking, like, or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. Because I remember, like, what was cool about 64 is everyone thought there was, like, this magical way to unlock Luigi, and it was all, like, I think there should be a way to get Luigi, but, like, make it something crazy like that, like, oh, wait, is he even in this game? Kind of deal.
Yeah.
Make him a top secret character.
I do like the detail they added, because when you beat the game in Mario Odyssey, right, you get an ending picture with everyone at Mushroom Kingdom's castle.
Do you? I don't remember that.
If you get, like, a 100%
ending,
you get that picture.
Wait, 100% ending?
Yeah.
Like, get every
I think so.
moon?
Either way.
Thing is, you can buy as much moves as you want, so just get 999 moves or a single amount.
I think it's maxed out. Like, you just max out the slot. But you get, like, this ending photo of everyone that's, like, in front of the Peach's castle. And
I'm pretty sure I got that
before
just by
the
beating
update,
the game
yeah.
normally.
Before the update, Luigi wasn't in it. And after the update, they added him into the picture. And I was like, I like that detail. It's good.
Okay, I see what you're gonna... Yeah, that's interesting. I thought you were going to tell me that, like, Luigi's not in the picture normally, but if you get all the moons, then he's in the picture.
Yeah.
I thought that's what you were telling me.
If you get enough green power moons, Luigi appears, and then he becomes Mario, and then Mario becomes Luigi.
That's what I thought the green stars were going to be in Galaxy 1 when I first played it as a kid. Like, I thought the green stars were going to have something to do with Luigi, but they didn't. Oh, man, what was I going to say? I was going to say that's what Sunshine did. Like, if you get all the shine sprites, I almost called them stars. I used to hated it when I was in daycare
stars,
and we would play Mario Sunshine. I was like in grade 3, and like every other kid would call them stars. I'm like, they're not stars. They're like, look at them. That's not a star.
I had a friend that called them shine stars, and I was like, you're dumb.
That's almost, but not quite. I called them shines.
Yeah.
And, like, for short, for shine sprites, because then it's still one syllable. And, it's interesting, because, like, I don't see anyone calling moon stars.
No.
And, like, a shine sprite...
Like a crescent.
A shine sprite doesn't look anything like a star, either.
Yeah.
A moon is just even further
shine
from
sprites
that,
are
so
like
I guess,
sun.
I don't know.
Like, they're suns. They're like little suns.
I just noticed the moons have, like, the little circles on the top and bottom, and the shine sprites got that, too. I think it's really cool. Odyssey is like, hey, new collectible. Because I thought it was dope that, like, yeah, okay... Sunshine has its own collectible that's similar to Stars, and then they just went back to Stars for Galaxy 1 and 2 and 3D World, and now it's a different thing again.
I like the attention to detail where it's like the Mushroom Kingdom is Stars.
Yeah. That was
really
spoilers.
Good, yeah.
Spoilers. Everyone probably knows by now. And it plays the classic
if you
jingle.
don't know, what's wrong with you? Reggie fees me.
You just know Mario Odyssey sold like 11 million copies now.
Hey,
sold really well.
Really good.
The Switch is already outsold. The Wii U hasn't even been out for a year.
Yeah.
It'll be a year in April, won't it?
It will be a year on March 3rd.
March 3rd? That's when it came out.
Yeah.
So it came out March then.
Yeah, I think it was March.
Okay.
3rd. Yeah, it was March 3rd.
So that'll be in 3 days.
Yeah. We should go to the mall and wait for the Switch to come out.
Go back in line at like midnight, try to like get in the mall somehow after it's closed.
Yeah.
Man, so I guess, we should talk about... We're almost at the end of the podcast here, so I think a good way to end it was like... It's in 3 days, it'll be a full year since the Switch came out. So we've had this console for about a year now. And I think, like, out of every console launch, I think this has been, like, the best first year.
Yeah.
For any, and because, like, the PS3 came out, that had nothing for its first year. Maybe, I think Infamous Second Son came out within the first year, but, like, it had, like, this Killzone game no one cared about. Like, it didn't get anything good, even, like, third party, like, for a couple of years. The Wii U had nothing in its first year. I think it had Pikmin 3 towards the tail end of it, maybe. Yeah. And it came with Nintendo Land and Mario Bros. U, but it's like, this isn't anything super dope. Even the Wii didn't really have a whole lot at launch. Yeah. It had, like, Paper Mario, which is cool. I don't think at launch, but, like, within the first year. And then, but yeah, the Switch, like, new Zelda, new Mario, a new Splatoon, a new
all
IP, ARMS, take it or leave it, and a new Xenoblade game, plus a shit ton of indie
third-party support, too.
Lots of third-party support. We got a port
you got
of
Sonic, you got 2 Sonic games?
We got 2 Sonic games, yeah. One was great, one was, this could have been way better.
Hey, work a little harder, maybe it'll
but
be good.
Yeah, like, it's... I think the Switch is like the first year of the Switch has been fantastic.
I have like 9 games like within the first
How
year.
many physical games do I got? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 physical games. Let's take a look at what games we got in the Switch, and we'll talk about our experience with each one.
6, 7, 8,
I'll
9.
I'll count non-physical games too, so I'll get my Switch in a second.
My Switch
Yeah.
is better than your Switch. My Switch can be
So-
on your Switch.
This is my favorite Switch game, is Mario Odyssey. What's your favorite Switch game? Do you think you got all yours right there?
It's Mario Odyssey.
Yeah,
It's Mario Odyssey. Yes.
Mario's the king. So I got Mario Odyssey. I got Xenoblade 2. I've got
Sonic
I got
Forces
a
Fall.
Wonder Boy. Dragon's
Yeah.
Trap. This
The
really,
art was
you
like...
can press the Z button to switch the new graphics with the old graphics in an instant. It's super cool. Well, the new art's really good.
Oops, nice.
I got Bomberman R when it came out, just because I'm like launch titles. I need something to play. I got It'll Do too. I bought it just because the cover art's real cute.
Yeah.
And I like played it for maybe 10 minutes. I haven't played much of it yet. I got Poi, which I also haven't played much of yet. Cave Story Plus, and then Zelda.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of physical games for like 1 year of owning this.
I got 9 physical games.
I remember like I think a year after I had my PS4, I think I maybe had like 4 physical games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. Of course, the first game I got because it was the launch title. It was Breath of the Wild, and then my second game was Kai was like, "Yo, that actually looks good, cool,
Yeah.
kind of cool," and I was like,
I got Blaster Master Zero when I got this. That game's all right.
"I got
Snake
one to
Pass.
Switch." It was
Vaccines like that, like okay, Resident Evil,
yeah,
randomly generated roguelike game. It's like this is okay, I guess. I got a Sonic Mania. That game rules. I got the Jackbox Party Pack 4. Human Fall Flat, super fun. I got Fee, the purple game. I haven't played much of that.
All I know is makes things work.
Celeste, I think, is my favorite indie game on the Switch
Yeah.
so far. That game's incredible. I was playing that last night. I'm at the last area.
Yeah.
I didn't quite finish it because I was trying to get Metroid Prime to work in VR.
Yeah.
What do you got for Switch games?
Zelda, because it was the launch title. I was looking really forward to that, and I enjoyed it. I'm not saying it's the best game ever, but it was definitely one of my.
A lot of people think the new
favorite.
Zelda's like the best game ever.
I don't think it's the best game ever in the world, but
I think it's like one of the best open world. Look at all this crazy shit I can do. There's a million
Yeah.
ways to do anything, but I'm just really not creative at that stuff, so that's why it doesn't appeal to me as much. But it's still a good game, and I understand why anyone could feel that way about it.
Then, about a month or so after the launch, I got one to Switch because I was like, "Yo, I kind of want to try it," and Kai was like, "Yo, I kind of want to try it too." And I was
That
like,
game's
well,
worth
I'll
experiencing
buy it.
once just because you get to feel what the HD rumble is.
Yeah.
Like the one where you're like
How you have
trying to
count the
feel
balls.
the balls, like you're trying to rotate
You
it,
gotta feel
feel,
the
how
balls.
many steel balls are in it. Can you shut the fuck up? Anyone hears the word balls, they're like, "Duh." Like it's a word that means other things. So fuck off.
Obviously. Hey.
Dead right there.
Hey.
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 Hey. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, it's cool that you can like rotate
HD
it, and it really felt like there was things inside this remote.
There was one mini game with it where it was you have to crack the safe, and like when you're tilting it, you can feel like the
I think I
vibration
played
hitting
that
the
one.
notches.
I think I
But when you hit the key notch, like that will help you unlock to the next like combination. It'll have like a little bit of a harder one, and then it just kind of gets harder and harder as you go on.
So cool. Wow. No, that is really cool though. That is really
Look
cool.
at me, I'm James.
I wonder if No More Heroes will use the HD Rumble at all.
Yeah.
Because that's an exclusive game. So like
Yeah.
holding the beam saber maybe.
But
that should be cool.
yeah. After that, I got Mario Kart.
Oh,
8.
you know what? You know
It
what?
was real good.
I want to have the beam saber on and just feel the little vibration of like the sword. That would be cool because you can do that in a way that feels like it's energized. That would be amazing.
I got the Street Fighter, Ultra Street Fighter.
Oh, you got
2.
Ultra Street Fighter 2, yeah.
Because I was like, you know what? I got a hankering for some Street Fighter. Might as well get it.
Yeah.
And then I got Splatoon 2. It's really fun.
Yeah, I never cared a whole lot for Splatoon 1. I like the single player. I'm like, I just
Yeah.
don't care for multiplayer online games.
Yeah, it's fun. It's one of my favorite shooters. It's better.
Yeah.
And then Mario Odyssey, the King Baby.
Yeah.
Best
number
game.
one.
Number
Best
one.
best platformer.
Sonic Forces.
Did you even beat Sonic Forces?
Yeah.
I beat it the day it came out.
Yeah.
And then I reviewed it the next day. I got the PS4 version.
Yeah.
The PS4 version runs at 60 FPS.
I'm always
Switch
going to be
runs
like,
through.
yo, it's coming out for Switch. I'll buy it for Switch.
Doesn't matter a whole lot.
Because I'm always on the go. You know me.
Yeah.
I like playing my games on the go.
Yeah.
I got Xenoverse 2. I haven't been
Yeah.
playing much of that.
When Xenoverse, I didn't get 2 because I played the first one and
Yeah.
it reuses like all the content from the first one. But when
They just released an update.
I used to play the first one with Jackson,
Yeah.
and we played the shit out of Xenoverse. That game's so much
Yeah.
fun. You got to have someone to play it with, though.
Yeah.
It's almost like an MMO.
Yeah.
Ish, kind of, but with like simple. A lot of people don't like it because it's like this combat sucks compared to Budokai. It's like,
Yeah.
well, I don't care. I like grinding and doing missions with friends and stuff. You know.
It's fun. They just released an update now with characters.
Yeah.
I think it's like Ultra Instinct Goku and like other ones like that.
probably got like Dragon
Ball Super characters,
in
yeah.
there, like Goku Black and Hit.
Yeah.
His name's Hit, right?
I think so. Yeah, there's a guy
The
named Hit.
the gray guy with the red shirt.
Yeah, I think
name's
I think
Hit.
I think it's that. And then
I
they
don't know
got,
a whole
like,
lot
that-
about Super yet. I know about the whole tournament thing and like the
Yeah.
multiverse, and then the two
alien
little
dude.
the two alien guys. One's a future version of himself. One's a past. They're like infants, but they can like flick their finger and erase the universe.
Yeah.
And that's real scary. Yeah,
Oh,
Dragon Ball
it's
Super.
cute. Look at these Kirby guys. It's cute, but it's deadly.
Wow, what a good
Well,
trope. Never saw that coming.
Huh.
He looks harmless, but he's not. Bet you didn't see that coming. Yeah, fuck off with that
I
shit.
got arms. I enjoy arms. I remember doing the test.
I
punch
played
on
the
that.
test punch. I didn't care for it.
I was gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna buy this like when it comes out, and then I went, no, I'm gonna wait for Splatoon. And
I remember that because
yeah.
you only had enough to get like one game.
Yeah,
around
I
the
was like
time, so
either
you waited on
that one
Splatoon.
or Splatoon. I said, I'm
Splatoon
going
would
with
be the
Splatoon.
better investment for me.
Yeah.
I want to get Splatoon 2 if it was cheap because Splatoon 1 single player was so fucking good. It was
Yeah.
really short, but it was so good. I replayed a little bit of it yesterday to get B-roll of it for the Mario 3D World
Yeah.
video because I'm talking about how it has that same kind of level design where it's like, here's a gimmick in a place where you can't fuck up. Okay, here's the same gimmick in a harder area. Here's the same gimmick in a really harder area. And that's like
Yeah.
the perfect way to show how people how to use these gimmicks. And Splatoon did that really well. But yeah, replaying it was super fun.
And the final game I got is physical is Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yeah, I saw that too because I had 2 copies.
He gave me it for $60
because I bought it and then I'm like, I should have got the collector's edition. So I bought the collector's edition and then I sold you the copy that came with it since I already had it. But yeah, I'm liking Xenoblade 2 a lot. I just got to the part for anyone watching who's played Xenoblade 2. I just got to the part when you meet the Praetor and he's like, here's this mural, blah 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 blah, and then Mithra's like, and then they're like, oh, the weaponized Titans are going to war. Who did this? It was, I forget the name of the group. Oh, we gotta go stop them, and I'm going to go stop them. People who play the game know exactly what I'm talking about. They would, like, honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like chapter, I don't know. It's not super far into the game. I'm maybe almost getting to halfway. That's a long game, but you know, yeah, that's Nintendo Switch. I think that console had an excellent first year, a lot better than most consoles.
It's getting
do.
ports galore. I finally get to experience Bayonetta.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was another one that I didn't get to experience on the
I
Wii U,
never played Bayonetta.
Same.
I think I might get the Bayonetta 1 and 2, maybe, because Bayonetta 3 is coming out for Switch.
Yeah.
And I hear like 2's got like the costumes that like change up
Yeah.
your moves. Apparently, like you're wearing. I didn't know this until Rocco said it on the Mega 64 podcast. It's just their past podcast. Apparently, you got like the Peach uniform or the Peach outfit. You got like a chain chomp as a weapon, and like normally Bowser's hands coming out of the portals to punch people. That sounds crazy cool.
Yeah.
that sounds dope.
They got a Star Fox
Yeah.
one. They've got Daisy. They have, I think it's... Who else they got?
I don't have Daisy.
Yeah, they do.
I don't think
They got a Daisy outfit.
There's no Daisy outfit.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Daisy outfit and Bayonetta. So making shit up. Bayonetta Daisy outfit. I can look this up faster than you can.
Bada boom. Bitch.
Yeah, okay, I didn't.
Bayonetta 2. Daisy.
You didn't need to be so mean about it, Brady.
If you doubt at me and you're like, oh,
It looks like it has all the same features
As
like the
Peach, yeah.
suit, though. It's just different color.
Yeah.
Well, it's not quite a different outfit, but it's like a reskin.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Good night. You can't end it on that. Any last bits you wanna? What are you looking forward to come out on the Switch? Nintendo's E3's coming
Yeah.
up. E3's coming up. Just
We're gonna
months.
be in New Jersey.
We're gonna be in
New
New
York.
Jersey with our buds, and we're gonna watch it. All of us. That's gonna be super fun. Let's end it on that. What are you hoping Nintendo will show at E3?
Some announcement for a Smash Bros. Game.
I don't know if we'll see that just yet. I'm thinking this is going to be the E3 we finally see Miyamoto's new Pikmin game.
Yeah.
Because that's been a thing, like, for years. Like, I think, like, 4 years ago, he's like, yep, we're making another Pikmin, and it's almost done. And then we never heard anything more about it until Hey Pikmin came out, and then Miyamoto was like, oh, yeah, the Pikmin game we're working on is a different game than that. I think it's going to be new Pikmin for the Switch. I think we're finally going to see that, maybe. I'm hoping we might finally see a little bit of gameplay, or at least like a CG pre-rendered cutscene trailer for Metroid Prime. Just something from that, even if it's not gameplay. I just want to maybe see Samus's new design, see what the graphics would look like. Just something from Metroid Prime 4.
Those two seem like a definite. Like,
it seems pretty likely we might see those.
might hear something about DLC. I don't know.
Some
for
DLC
like,
stuff.
For like Odyssey. I don't know.
Odyssey,
Maybe.
What's
maybe some kind of like just a vocal like announcement on like the next Zelda project.
Last E3 they mentioned that they were making a new core Pokemon title, so
Yeah.
we might see that.
Might see something on
Switch.
that. Apparently there might be a direct coming sometime in March.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we
Okay.
might be getting some news about third-party games.
Wonder if
maybe
they're,
like the Crash port.
Wonder
that
if
people have
they're
been theorizing about.
Oh yeah, well, I wonder if they're going to have anything 3DS. I wonder if they're just done with 3DS now.
I think they're finishing up
Because they
by the
last
end of this
supported it, I think, last year with like the Metroid game,
Yeah.
and then Fire Emblem Warriors.
Well, they got Detective Pikachu coming out this month.
Oh, the thing is, Detective
next month,
Pikachu's
but
kind
that's
of
about
like
it. It's
a
already
different
been
case.
released, but-
That is an older game. That game's
Yeah.
like almost 3 years old in Japan, and
That's
it's
ridiculous.
finally getting localized.
Yeah.
Same deal happened with the Professor Layton games. Like Professor Layton: The Last Spectre, that came out after the 3DS was like
We might-
long out.
We might
Just
be
because it
seeing
took so long
yeah.
to get localized.
We might also be seeing something about Ace Attorney because apparently Capcom was saying something about
Okay.
Ace Attorney.
Oh, you know
Ace
what?
Attorney might be going over to Switch.
This year from Nintendo. Oh, then Travis Strikes Again.
Yeah.
We're totally gonna see Travis Strikes Again E3 this year.
Yeah.
We have to, because they released that trailer, the which had no gameplay. I think we're gonna see Travis Strikes Again gameplay this E3. That'll be dope.
We're gonna be seeing some new amiibos.
Oh, Travis touched on Amiibo.
Dude, we're gonna be seeing amiibos.
Oh, I totally get Travis touched on Amiibo.
That would be
Oh,
friggin'
I want to
sick.
get a Travis touch on Amiibo.
Amoeba.
Amiibo.
Amigos
Wanna-
and friends
and Travis
and
touch
Amiibo.
Bo Ami down.
I want some amiibos and the brownies.
Yeah, so that's what I think we'll probably get from
Yeah.
E3 Nintendo. That's what I'm hoping for. I mostly hope for Travis Strikes Again gameplay, Metroid Prime 4, and then Pikmin. And then if you had to bring it down to 3 titles, Smash,
Yeah, I'm hoping for Smash.
Mario Odyssey DLC,
Yeah,
and then what's one more thing? Pick one more thing.
probably an announcement for the next Zelda game, whether it's that remake they're talking about or a
Zelda game remake?
yeah, they're because Grezzo, I think it is the group. That,
Grezzo, yeah,
Grezzo.
they made the
Yeah.
remakes of Ocarina of Time. Majora's Mask.
They've been looking for people to help them create a legend. They had an advertisement for
they
like,
might make
developers.
like they
so
might
they might be remaking another title.
they could make an original Legend of Zelda game.
Yeah,
Who knows?
or if it was something like Bring Back a Legend or something. I don't know.
What else? What other Zelda games could they remake other than
Link to the Past.
Skyward Sword?
They could. Well, I mean,
They already did something with the Link to the Past, though.
The Link Between Worlds, but like that was a new game.
They
but,
were
like,
still
it was basically
doing.
rehashing
They were
it.
still doing
Either
something
way.
with that game, though. I don't think they're gonna do something else.
I
with
doubt
Link to the Past.
the only one they
already.
could really remake is a Skyward Sword,
that would be it. 'Cause
or the Oracle of Ages or Seasons.
The thing is, Skyward Sword ran on Wii Motion Plus aiming,
Yeah.
which is what I said is like the Switch can do that, so they wouldn't have to reprogram much
Yeah.
for Skyward Sword to work. So I think
Yeah.
that might be what it is. Skyward Sword is my least favorite Zelda.
Yeah, I haven't played it.
Really,
Yeah,
it's
It's
okay.
the one I skipped.
It's honestly, I don't even think the motion controls are bad. It's just like that whole game's designed like a temple.
Yeah,
Like it doesn't have much of the open world
You run
stuff
back
that
and
I
forth.
love Zelda games
Yeah.
for. You're just revisiting the same areas without much like exploration in between, and it's like and the way to each temple is you're just like doing puzzle solving on the road. It's like this game is one big temple. You need a balance there.
yeah.
That's why I didn't like it as much. It's okay. It's the only 3D Zelda I only played through once. I'm done.
Yeah.
Like even Breath of the Wild, like I did some of the post game stuff. Like I thought it was so cool the way you get the Master Sword in Breath of the Wild, because
Yes.
in the original Zelda, if to get a new sword you need a certain amount of hearts. So the way they incorporated that was like, if you try to pull it out, it's so powerful it drains your health. So you just need enough health to be able to survive that. That's fucking genius. But yeah,
Endurement.
Skyward Sword's probably gonna be what they remake. It'd be cool to see if they ported Wind Waker to the Switch, but I don't know.
You know, they could, but maybe they might make the Seasons games. I don't know.
Who knows?
We're all up to interpretation because E3 is just around the corner.
We'll have to wait till E3. Yeah, until then, I guess. I guess that's it. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching.
See you in April.